Good morning. So, hey. You all want to know something funny? A lot of weekends this last couple of months I've been a little bit late to my weekend morning streams. That wasn't today. But I realized looking back at the image I used for the schedule that I didn't say I was starting at 10:30. I put in 9:30 like I usually do, and I woke up and I'm like, cool, I'm on time. And I looked at the schedule I put down, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to change that time to 10:30. So, a new brand of late for a different reason. Go me. Oh fuck. Amazing. I think we're looking good. Twitch has been weird again, but we haven't dropped frames, so I'm going to take that as a positive. Yeah, so a bit of a shorter stream today, because, yeah, shorter 10:30 to like 1:30 or something like that. Because, yeah, I've got a packed day today, so I'm going to try and keep it short. Or reasonably reasonably scheduled. Let's put it that way. Oh, the sun's out now. Awesome. So yeah, we're going to do the next set of role quests, which I'm going to say is going to be healer. We did the caster ones. I've been hearing rumbles about the melee one, but I haven't got any melee close to 100. Like, I've got Picto, which obviously went through the caster ones. I've got Sage, so we're going to go through the heal ones. I've got Paladin at 100. I've got Dancer at 99, I think. And then the last one will be Samurai, but I've got to get that through 90 to 100. So, gonna be a bit before that one happens. And I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do all of them on the morning streams. I do like it as an opportunity to play more, like, 14 story stuff during the weekends, but my weekends are so, like, fucking packed with other stuff I want to do that I'm not sure if I'm going to do it long term, but at least in these last few weeks especially, when I've been a little torn on what I actually wanted to play on the weekend, you know, it's been a good option. Also, but I do have a better idea of what I want to do, from here on out. So, yeah, we'll, yeah, I've got a clearer plan now. So we might not see more 14 on the weekend for a little bit, but we'll see. But yeah, let's not waste any time, because I am on a strict schedule today. Let's go find out what the healer quests are like. And I hope everyone enjoyed Fat Cat. I managed to get that out of a material box from, the Grand Companies. Oh, also, like, I think I commented on this a while ago, but, like, staring at Aldine last night when I was kind of going over stuff, man, you can really tell the difference between the stuff that's had benefiting from the graphics update and the stuff that isn't. My boy is wearing a decade-old texture and his weapons look like this. It's like, oh man, I don't know if they've said much about when next passes on the armor are gonna happen. Like, yeah, I don't know what their plan is for that. I would expect the next live letter that is probably going to lay out the entire, or the majority of the schedule for the expansion is probably going to give us a better idea of that. But man, I hope it's soon. I hope they kind of do it like they did with the MSQ, where there's just like, hey, each patch, just a batch, however many we could do, just to show that like they're continuing progress. Yeah, although maybe they'd want to do it in a big batch because, like, I could definitely see if they do it in, like, small batches throughout the patches. I rhymed. People would be kind of like, oh, why are you prioritizing this stuff as opposed to that? Whereas, you know, doing the rest in one big chunk would have everyone like, oh, awesome. But on the other hand, you also don't get many updates, and you leave a lot of armor that kind of just in the past, which, yeah, kind of sucks. I'm hoping they could keep, or, like, do updates for it, but guess we'll find out. Nippine. Neopine? Nippine. Nippine's gaze is transfixed upon the crowds until he spies you. Oh, I think I need to turn the volume down just a bit. What business do you have with me? Ah, my apologies. You were Brookavoo's guest, were you not? I am Nippine. I have journeyed far from the northern valleys of Shaktaral. Oh, I don't know how to do the deep voice and the American accent. Now I've journeyed from the northern valleys of Shaktaral to reach this grand city. Tell me, traveler, what is your name? I've got a real problem with R's. Aldine. Rest assured, I shall remember it. Shame that we must meet under these unfortunate circumstances. My village's prized possession was among the treasures stolen by the passage of the Unbound. It is known as the Heart Sting, and the soul of a dead scorpion. One of the Taral Vidral is sealed within. The creature once hunted its prey using an array of toxins produced within its body and was a menace to all. Those granted the Heart Sting's gifts may wield this fearsome power as they see fit. We believe the thieves have already taken it across the ocean to Eorzea, and it will doubtless wreak havoc in the wrong hands. Thus I seek a healer to remedy any harm wrought by the Heart Sting's toxins in that faraway land. I won't mince words. You're precisely the sort of man I seek, and we must act quickly to avoid the worst. Will you lend us your aid? Absolutely. Aiding those in need is what I do best. Fine, but don't expect any miracles. That's a Vevan line, like, yeah, I'm gonna help, but, like, I have my limits, bro. You have my gratitude. To the matter at hand, then. While I was making inquiries here in Tuliolal regarding the thieves' whereabouts, some Eorzean merchants told me a rather intriguing tale. Specifically, those returning from Limsa bring fell tidings. Tales of able-bodied men and women suddenly losing their vision. Ooh. All too familiar account, as the Heart Sting allows mastery of all manner of poisons, including those that inflict temporary blindness. A great deal of training is required to properly utilize the Scorpion's gifts, but the blinding toxin is one of the simplest to wield. It seems to me the brigands are the masterminds of these strange incidents, harnessing the treasure's power for their own nefarious ends. Loashkana, the village elder's daughter, makes for Limsa in pursuit of the Heart Sting. I intended to set sail with her, but my foot was badly injured by a strange mechanical doll during the thieves' ambush. Mechanical doll? Huh. Lashkana instead insisted I remain here to recover, and she would not take no for an answer. Now I must ask you to cross the sea in my stead and provide Lashkana your aid. Considering that our enemy wields deadly poisons, the danger is too great for her to face alone. Based on when she departed, I presume she'd arrived at her destination by now. She boarded a merchantman captained by a woman named Palbrida, who is primarily based in Limsa. She may be able to help you locate Loashkana. Alright. Also, hold on a second. What are my sound settings like at the moment? of felt like it felt like that scene's BGM in particular was very soft for some reason. I can't tell why. Because, like, this BGM sounds a lot more the way I try and balance it, but, yeah. Also, I'm not doing it for this stream. I'm actually using this stream as a bit of a test. But I realized watching a Dawn Trail VOD that, like, I don't know when this started happening again, because I swear I brought down the volume on it, but my mic volume has suddenly gone way up. And I don't think that's happened on Discord, is the other thing. So, like, and none of the settings have changed in OBS, so I'm using this a bit more as a testing ground to look over the volume again. Because, yeah, I don't know why, but for some, like, basically, a lot of my mic audio ends up being balanced above the game audio. And the game audio usually sits on, if you've ever seen OBS, like, just under the yellow range. So my mic usually sits in the yellow range. But obviously when there's peaks and stuff like that, and depending on my distance from the mic, it can vary. The problem I found was that I think whatever level I've got it set at the moment, just however I usually have my mic, is still a bit too loud. And granted, that might be because I subtly changed my, the way I set up my mic in terms of distance and whatnot from me. But I don't recall meddling with the settings, and so far as I can tell, the OBS, like, volume settings are where they were when I last set them, so... the next few streams might have a little bit of audio stuff going on. I'm hoping I can bring my mic back in line with where I actually want it, which is in the, or bordering on the green-yellow bit, not just sitting directly in the center of the yellow bit. I am Bulb Breeder, and if we were planning to sell your healing services to me and me crew, don't. Ship ain't setting sail for a short time. Oh. Hey? Looking for a Tirali woman named Lashkana. Aye, she made the crossing with us, trying to retrieve some sort of treasure, as I recall. I told her Hawker's Alley was her best bet for the latest chatter, so you may find her wandering thereabouts. Keep an eye out for a Huron lass in a red tunic, carrying a spear on her back. She can't have gone too far. Alright. Yeah, I hate audio shit. It might have been a Windows update that's, like, ratcheted my mic back up. But it, like, I checked the volume numbers again, and it didn't, like, that didn't seem to be the case. But, yeah. Not impossible that, like, it's just kind of shifted at some point, but, wait, are you on the... Oh, yeah, you're on the upper bit. Stranger? Oh, hello there, stranger. Can I help you? Yeah, your father sent me to... Oh, no, Nipinye. Not your father? Yeah. Sent you to help me, did he? Well, seeing as I've hit something of a dead end, your timing couldn't be better. Suppose proper introductions are in order, then? I am Lashkana of Shaktaral. And you are? A pleasure to meet you, Aldine. With that, we're strangers no longer. Not sure how much Nipinay's already told you, but I assume you'll want to hear more about the day of the theft. My father and Nipinay had just set a trap using one of the Heartsting's toxins, and were on their way to return the treasure to its resting place. But an evil presence stirred in the wilds that night. Mechanical dolls with great glowing eyes leapt from the shadows and gravely wounded them both. Father survived the encounter, thankfully, but he was unable to give chase and convalesces now in my home village. Culprit's faces eluded him in the darkness, but he heard two voices, a man's and a woman's. Recognized neither, so we're certain they aren't from our village. Whoever these two are, they must have been the ones controlling the dolls before making off with the Heartsting. Brukavu said they're part of the Passage of the Unbound, but I'm afraid that's all I know of the culprits. Still, that may change if I can ascertain the cause of the recent blinding incidents that have occurred here. Fortunately, I hadn't had much luck asking around. Thought of addressing even one person here is, well, overwhelming when you're from a remote village like mine. The few I've attempted to speak to were too busy to even listen in the first place. You, on the other hand, look ready to take on the world, or at least this city. Sorry to ask this of you so soon after we've met, but could you help me gather the latest hearsay at the markets? Of course. Many thanks. I'll search the quieter districts for clues in the meantime, and hopefully not get myself lost along the way. Hell yeah. This feels very similar setup to the last one. Although, I guess the contrast here is, the main character from the last role quest was actually, like, really competent at doing this exact thing. Like, she'd walk off screen, and then walk back on, and she'd be like, yeah, so I talked to, like, 7 people, and this is the information I got. And it was just, like, very straightforward. Whereas this is a bit more of the fish out of water situation I was kind of expecting. It's a decent contrast, at the very least. But, yeah, again, father was looking after the thing, and now the daughter is going looking for it. Recent chaos in the markets. I'm told the Yellow Jackets have been thoroughly investigating the matter in cooperation with the Adventurers Guild. If you're in a hurry, there's a Yellow Jacket making her rounds by the way of the Fisherman's Guild. She'd be a good one to ask. Okay. Probably not going to run into Jack, but it would be cool to run into them. The Thieves Guild would probably have a little bit of an ear to the ground for this stuff. London incidents. I know of them. Started with some bad fruit at a stall at, oh my god. Losing the accent. I know of them. Started with some bad fruit at a stall in Orca's Alley. A few bites in and folks suddenly go writhing on the ground like beach sea serpents, claiming they can't see a bloody thing. I don't blame them for raising hells with the shopkeep neither. Poor sots couldn't move an ill till the treatment came and they could see properly. Shopkeep was rightly furious about the whole ordeal and took it up with his long-time supplier. Escalated into a real spectacle, it did. Turns out the same problem was occurring at other stalls, and with fruit from different suppliers. So it don't make sense to pin the blame on individual sellers if the whole supply chain's tainted. Even now, nobody knows. Oh my god, I completely lost it. Fuck me. Even now, nobody knows what's causing it. Grim business, I tell you. What the fuck is that noise? Oh, yeah. Blacksmith filing. Damn, one of these days I've got to get more into the crafter and gatherer quest lines. I know I started botany, but, you know, I kind of blew through all of the levels specifically, so one day we've just got a day to just go through the entirety of botany. Why, yes, I know about the building incidents. I experienced it firsthand. I was rather peckish, so I purchased some fruit from a local stall and took a few bites on my way home. Before I knew it, my vision went dark. I stood there shaking and crying, terrified of what would happen if the darkness never faded. I thought I was alone until I heard a woman nearby howling with laughter. Fortunately, I didn't suffer for long. Passing an adventurer cured my sight with the sooner, and I went about the rest of my day as though nothing had happened, but I haven't been able to look at the fruit the same way since. Investigation of Hawk's Alley has proven successful, but you sense there is more to be found. Seek out the Yellow Jacket on patrol who may have further details on the blinding incidents. Yep. Should also take a bite of breakfast. Sunny yellow jacket. 12, be good. You're Aldine Fellspark, aren't you? The Aldine Fellspark? It's an honor to meet the realm's vaunted hero up close. Is there aught I can assist you with? Yeah, all sorts on my rounds, so if it's information you're after, you've come to the right person. Oh, yes, the serial blindings. Causing a terrible ruckus around here. You know, a woman in red came this way a few moments ago to ask about this very same thing. I take it you two are acquainted? Oh, yeah, that's her. Ha! I thought so. As I told her, another incident was reported yesterday morning. The victim bought fruit from a local vendor, took a few bites, and temporarily lost all vision, same as the rest. The vendor in question was last seen to the south of the Octant, so I'm headed there to follow their trail. Welcome to join me if it'll help your investigation. Hell yeah. Where is that? Oh, yeah, okay. Etherite. Wait, no. Ah, whatever. Close enough. Oh. Yeah, another one. Holy shit. Lalafell dead. Aldine. Is this man going to be alright? Is this man going to be alright? Move. He's paralyzed. We've got to do something. I have no talent for healing magics. I don't have any spine drops on me either. Perhaps Asuna might do the trick? Sure. Here, we're using the role quest to teach you to use fucking Asuna. It's a button. It's a good button. I'm healed. I'm healed. Oh, thank the 12 and you lot, of course. Excellent work, Aldine. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I owe you my thanks as well. Yeah, no problem. Now, I hate to ruin the mood, but I need to report this to my superiors. Could you tell us what transpired here before we found you, sir? Oh, it was awful. Just awful, I tell you. I was walking home after another arduous day at work, minding my own business, when a Lalafell merchant suddenly called out to me. Well, that was your first mistake. You, my good man, look exhausted, he said. Why not soothe your weary spirit and fill your empty belly with one of the realm's sweetest apples? You've earned it. Hey, you deserve it. The person wasn't even in the markets, bro. It was an attempted sales pitch, but I wasn't keen to gamble on potentially cursed fruit. Sensing my apprehension, he proudly declared his merchandise safe to eat. Did he eat it? He sounded sincere enough. Even took a bite of the apple himself. Okay, there we go. No tainted fruit here, he boasted. Just normal, honest to God's produce. You just took a bite out of this one, though. He sold me the apple at a reasonable discount, and all seemed well. Damn. It's fast acting. It is until I took my first bite. Numbness spread through my body like wildfire. Collapsed to the ground, struggling to speak a single word. The vendor and his fruit had suddenly betrayed me, yet I knew not how. Yeah. Like, I don't know if we know much about how, like, poisons work in this world. In terms of, like, hey, could you render yourself immune to a poison or toxin by ingesting something else? Because presumably there is probably a cure if it can just be a Sunan, but... As I fell, a woman's shrill laughter echoed from a few yalms away. The vendors soon followed. I never saw the woman for myself, what with the whole not being able to move business. But between her laughing fits, she made mention of a heart sting or some such. Yeah, okay, so we've got... So... The last person mentioned two voices, or someone mentioned two voices, a man and a woman's, and we've now seen it multiple times that a woman's laughter is followed by this. And if this person is able to command robots or something like that, then it would stand to reason that a robot eating the apple probably wouldn't experience anything. So that's my theory at first. Oh man, I can't shift easily back into the American accent. It's really weird. And this woman you mentioned... Yeah, okay. Oh, you poor dear. And this woman you mentioned, you're positive she spoke the word heart sting? As surely as the wind blows. Or mercy, neither she nor her vendor friend tried to steal my belongings, but they've certainly stolen my dignity. Wait, they're not even... Are they just poisoning people for fun? Hope those conniving charlatans get what's coming to them. This is dangerous fruit we're dealing in. First blindness, now paralysis? But first things first, I should escort this man home. If you have a mind to pursue the perpetrators further, then have care out there, alright? Yeah, no problem. Don't need to worry about me. There's no doubt about it then. Our thieves are at large right here in Limsa. Blinding toxin is simple enough to master, but it's unsettling how quickly they've learned to inflict paralysis as well. I just don't see what purpose this all serves. Were you able to learn anything of their motives? I mean, it seems like they're out for shits and giggles. Yeah, so they take pleasure in their victims' pain, but nothing more. Or at least nothing more that we know of. Whatever their true aim may be, we must discover it quickly before more victims suffer at their hands. Hunter must adapt to their environment. They wish to snare their prey. But I have so much to learn about this place. Still, I've tracked them this far, which is a good start. For the time being, I'd like to petition those officers in yellow for any new information they acquire on the Heartsting's whereabouts. When we come across any promising leads, I hope I can count on your support again. Sure can. Like right now. Causing problems on purpose! Amazing. Lashkana seeks a word of advice. Say, Aldine, can you spare a moment? Sure. I'll try to start on a positive note then. The good news is that there have been no further incidents involving poisoned fruit. Should be happy about that, but it's not exactly conducive to tracking down our thieves. Despite my best attempts, my investigation's at a standstill. I see. Aldine! Oh, wrong accent. I bring news from Coral Tower. A Lullafellow man matching the description of that fruit vendor was seen leaving the city with a Huron woman. Seems they were making for Aleport. We've increased patrols of late, so if I had to guess, the culprits are finding it harder to operate within the city. Seems to force them to withdraw for the time being. Aleport, you say? That's on this island, isn't it? Yes, that's right. It's possible to go on foot, but the ferry by the Fisherman's Guild can take you straight there. While we Yellow Jackets must continue to keep an eye on things here, it's reassuring to know an adventurer out of Aldine's caliber is on the case. If you plan to pursue the suspects, Aleport's your best bet. Of course. That said, I should get back to work. It was an honor to meet you and your friend, Aldine. Safe travels to you both, and give those crooks a good thrashing for me. This city's protectors place so much trust in your abilities. I'm lucky to have you on my side. Yeah, you know, I only saved the world a couple of times. When I first set sail for Eorzea, I feared I'd never see the Heartsting again. We're one step closer to bring it home. In any event, we'd best find our way to the port town before that pair of troublemakers defiles another fruit supply. I'll go on ahead and take the ferry. Oh, I don't think the rest of that was really worth. Yeah, meet me in airport once you're ready. Yeah, okay, yep. Yeah, like, I guess, so, what was the plan before? The other guy was just like, hey, I'm going to put on these performances to show that I'm actually the protector of Thavnir. Something, only I can protect people, I want the fame. This seems more just like, yeah, again, causing problems on purpose. Straight up. You know, there's probably, like, a little more to that. Like, they want to sow chaos and make people afraid and just destabilize things. It's probably not just, why not? But we're not there yet. Oh, there you are, Aldine. You're a welcome sight among such unfamiliar scenery. Ferry skipper was eager to teach me all about this area on the ride here, so I believe I have a general idea of what's what. Wouldn't want to lose my bearings on a hunt this important. I asked him about our merchants, but he said he hadn't seen a pair like that. Skipper did mention another merchant, though, one who's well versed in the comings and goings of his fellow traders. If anyone sighted our unlikely duo, it's him. Let's hope it's enough to put us on the culprit's trail again. Merchant we seek should be peddling his wares by the gates to Skull Valley, so let's start there. Oh, right. Skull Valley's just like the area outside of this. Outside of you. Hey, can I help you? Lalafell and Huron traveling together. I have spied him, though I'd never seen him before. They certainly made an impression. I sold some potions and elixirs to a pair of fresh-faced adventurers on the cheap, from what I could tell. Oh, that's bad. Those merchants really are our culprits, and those potions most likely tainted with toxins. Toxins, you say? That don't bode well. Adventurers who bought them, a marauder named Weisel, and a conjurer named Zerig, already left for their next job. Say they were escorting one of the local farmers over to Swift Perch. They're good lads, the two of them. They've been making life easier for the small folk here ever since they arrived. And I'd hate to see something happen to them. Someone needs to warn them about these potions right quick. Leave that to us. Swift Perch is southeast of here, yes? Let's find them before the poison takes hold. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fucking fall face first on an escort job. I have a supply to meet elsewhere, so I can't stay long, but please, find those lads before it's too late. Keep your eyes peeled for a Rogan Marauder and a Huron Conjurer on the road to Swift Perch. That'll be Weisel and Zerig. Of course. Huh. Mammoths, eh? Bam. Oh my god, scroll wheel. I need to get fucking... Don't buy Corsair mouses. Their fucking scroll wheels are garbage. I can't stop these blasted hiccups. Please, you must aid Weisel. Oh, shit, hold on. That was too bloody close for comfort. Thanks for saving our asses, lad. Phew. Thank the gods you found us when you did. Those potion sellers must have swindled us. One draft of elixir was all it took to send Zerrig into the most furious fit of hiccups I've ever seen. Poor bastard couldn't even cast a spell. It's the equivalent of silence, except you just make make the spellcaster have uncontrollable hiccups. That's amazing. Who are you calling a poor bastard? Sting's toxins are at work here. We should be able to cleanse him with Asuna, just like last time. Yeah, good point. I'm sorry, did you say... Oh, sod it. We'll have plenty of time to chat after Zerrig stops hiccuping up a storm. I hate to ask more of you, but if you could cast Asuna on my partner, it'd be much appreciated. Does your MP not... Oh, I appreciate that. Washkana's just, like, keeping watch. Good shit. While you do, I'm going to keep watch. Oh, God, what's the accent? I'm feeling troubles aren't over yet. Asuna. Please cast Asuna. This is why the mentor role has to fulfill the role quest, so it's like, okay, we've forced you to use Asuna. You should know what that means, right? Right? I could speak again. You have my thanks. Bloody hells. First we waste our hard-earned coin on poisoned potions, and now there are killer mammoths on the loose. What's the world coming to? Who... Who goes there? Show yourself. Oh me, oh my. Our spear-wielding friend is a sharp eye. He's sharp of eye. You're the frauds from Aleport. Why, yes. And watching your scrawny compatriot suffer from the highlight of our day. I admit the poison was meant to silence him, but hiccups? Oh, it was a comedy at its finest. Perhaps the elixir reacted with the venom. Regardless, we've had our fill of fun from the results, so I shan't complain. Venom? You must be the thief. You must be the thieving cowards from the Passage of the Unbound. Oh, my sweet fairy apple, you know us. I suppose that means we're famous. I can't believe it. Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, I can. Indeed, I am the Passage of the Unbound's alchemist extraordinaire, the illustrious Ellerite. And I'm so very, very pleased to make your acquaintance. Coco Noah at your service, Ellerite's helping hand and master of mammoths. God is ever so familiar to me, my dear. Oh, don't tell me. You hail from that little village in Tyrol, don't you? Oh, my goodness, you've come a long way. How was the voyage? Enjoying the sights? Enough! You got a lot of explaining to do. Starting with the reason you took the heart sting. Is this part of your organization's grand scheme? Well, the apple bites back. It is true that my unbound compatriots harbor lofty ambitions, yes. But I have no interest in overthrowing nations. I merely crave the mires of chaos they've promised me. I aim to bring more laughter into this dreary world, one mischief and a few handy poisons at a time. Coco Noah and I are having oodles of fun expanding our repertoire of toxin treats. Yet there's no greater kill to our thrills than a healer who can whisk our hard work away. Unless, of course, I master a toxin he can't cure. Ooh, I do love a challenge. Now, I hate to leave you, my dears, but... Oh my... Okay, yeah, no. Like, there was a couple of points before I was like, this feels a little Hildebrand. This is Hildebrand. This is Hildebrand. They let the Hildebrand riders out of their cage. Oh yeah, I can see... Alright. Here's where we're gonna test a little bit of the audio. The mic fuckery. This hopefully stops me peaking a bit. Now, I hate to leave you, my dears, but our work here is done, and we've a busy schedule ahead of us. Now it's to mend venomous misdeeds to master. Ta-ta for now. No. Wait, damn you! Think fast, chuckle nuts! Oh, don't breathe that in. Oh, that stinks! Smells like a corpse. Just shut yourself. Think fast, chuckle nuts. This odor is too much to bear. Take me under the 12-foot Lysol. The air is clearer there. Oh no, don't you dare give out on me, Zerg. We've still got a job to do. We mustn't keep our client waiting any longer, but we're in your debt. Thank you again for everything, Miss, Lashkana. And this here is Aldine. Take care of each other out there. I must say, in these kind of quest lines, they're a lot more willing to have, like, characters with actual character step onto screen for a little bit. It's actually a lot more confident in its smaller character writing than I've come to expect. And this is obviously different for the job quest, but, like, 14 I feel is like it's at its strengths when it gives characters a lengthy time to breathe. Either, you know, happening, you know, in spots over a very long period of time, or just, like, focusing on them for a lengthy amount of time and getting nuances and shit out there. Which obviously gives you the opportunity to do the character writing. But this has actually been surprisingly more... what's the word I want to use here? It feels a lot more confident in writing character for smaller parts of this quest so far. I'm actually kind of impressed, honestly. Much as I'd like to track down the unbound... Oh, I've lost the accent again. Much as I'd like to track down the unbound, I know better than to tread further into their territory without a plan. Now I think it best we return to Limsa Laminsa. Okay. I mean, we could just go back to Aleport. Although I suppose their kind of hunting ground would be Aleport, so yeah. You know what? You know what? That's smart. Good idea. MMO player to MMO player communication. And it's just jumping. Thank you for your support back there, Aldine. Soon it truly does work wonders. That Ella Reet. Can't stop thinking about what she said. What boils knowing that this is all some sick game to her. I know people are going to do Toxic Fury of this. The spoiler embargo is over, but I'm curious if many people have actually gone through the role quest. I've seen bits here and there, like the murmurs I hear about the melee one in particular. I'm like, okay, people are doing them, but I don't know if, like, you know, they got to the melee one first because most people are doing Viper. But how dare she toy with the heart sting for her own amusement? Honestly, even the youngest children in my village have more sense. Still, we did make progress. Now that villains have revealed themselves, it'll be easier to give chase when they choose to make their next move. In any case, I'll keep you apprised of the latest news as soon as I hear it. We'll be back to the hunt before long. We sure will, like right now. Living among the deadly, Lashkana is staring wistfully into the horizon. Oh, it's you, Haldane. You'll have to forgive the dour mood. I just don't understand it. How is it that Elreet and Kokonoa can so grandiosely reveal their names and identities, yet I remain unable to track them down? I've been following the latest hearsay, but I haven't had much luck. Not a soul seen them since the incident with Wysalom and Zarek. That's not to say I've given up entirely. Now that they know I'm on their trail, I suspect they're using my unfamiliarity with this island to their advantage. Dare say they're lying low outside the city. And that's why I proposed a trip to the Morabi dry docks. Folk here often speak of it, but I've yet to go there myself, so seems as good a place as any. If you're game, I'll meet you there. Damn. One day I'll get that mountain. Where in the hell's could he have gone? Ah, there you are, Aldine. While I was waiting for you, this fellow came asking for help. Sorry to trouble you, but my little brother's gone missing, and I could use a hand to finding him. He said he wanted to see the ships I made, so I started showing him around, but the next thing I knew, he was gone. Lad's probably got himself lost. Oh, that poor dear. I know we still have the hardest thing to consider, but I'd like to search for this man's brother, if that's alright with you. Yeah, of course. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll find him all faster with your help. You have me thanks. My brother wouldn't say boo to a goose, so I doubt he'd leave the docks on his own. He's got a mop of red hair like mine, so you'll know. Ugh. Do you want to come up or not? Okay, yeah, no, I guess not. Great, I've been cursed with the hiccups now. So you'll know him when you see him, or I guess burps, but we'll keep an eye out. I know you're itching to search for him as well, but could I ask you to wait here in case he comes back? Let's split up so we can cover more ground. Good luck. There. Hey, kid. You good? Are you blind? I'm scared. Where are you? Hey, your brother's looking for it? Yeah, brother. Huh? You need to take me back to my brother. Sure am. Oh. Oh, you found the little one, Aldine. I'm so glad he's safe. I just wanted to see the ships my brother was working on. I thought I could see him better from higher up, but I lost my way. Sounds like you've had quite the adventure. But you're very brave today, so I'll tell you a little secret. Even grown-ups get lost. I have an awful time learning my way around somewhere new, even with a map. Really? Oh, I guess I'm not the only one. Smile. We like to see those. Now, your brother's very worried about you, so can you promise me you won't go wandering off on your own again? I promise. I should say sorry to my brother, too. Let's take him back, then. Good with kids. Brother! Oh, I lost it again. I was worrying myself sick over that little one. He could have fallen into the ocean for all we knew. Oh, you're lifesavers, both of you. You deserve a proper reward, but I ain't got much to offer at the moment. Oh, we're in no need of coin. Just some information if you have it. Have you seen a Huron woman and a Lalafell man around the docks in recent days? One is an alchemist and the other a goldsmith. They'd likely have a few mammoths with them as well. If not, have you heard any rumors of food or drink that causes ailments when you consume them? Blindness, numbness, perhaps? Right, I haven't seen or heard anything or anyone like that. Sorry I couldn't be more help to you. That's alright. Knowing they haven't been around the docks is equally helpful. Oh, well, that's good at least. I'll be praying to the Navigator you both find who you're looking for. Any road, the two of us ought to be heading home. Thanks again for everything. Good fortune and safe travels to you both. I like her gloves, too. I need to find out if I can get those. Hang on. One of these sites usually has the gear they're wearing. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, there we go. Pagalthon finger wraps of aiming. Man, why do NPCs get to mix and match gear from other jobs and stuff? It's not fair. I want to do that too. Still no word of the Unbound, but at least we could help those. Brothers. Oh, fuck, wrong accent. Children often let their curiosity guide them, which means they'll naturally wander off on their own adventures. I blame that man for worrying as much as he did. Seem to know a lot about caring for children. Something tells me you speak from personal experience. I do, in fact. I'm the oldest sibling in my family. Can't tell you how many times I've had to search for my brothers and sisters when they were grown up. Now that I think on it, I've barely even told you about my family, or my village, or anything, really. I'd be happy to share a few stories if you like. The ocean view here is beautiful, so we may as well enjoy the scenery and relax a bit. Sounds good. Bit foggy. My people hail from the northern valleys of Shaktaral. They're a close-knit community of hunters for the most part. Children are given spears, well, practice ones, before they even learn to walk, and we hone our tracking skills from a very young age. Is it that surprising? It seems second nature to me, but then again, I've counted my fair share of surprises here as well. Our village rests in a veritable sea of poisonous plants and animals, so slightest injury on a hunt can prove deadly. Thus, we believe it prudent to begin our training as early as possible. Yet, no matter how skilled we might become, accidents are inevitable, and the heart sting proves vital to our survival. Not only does it produce poison, it cleanses it as well. In the right hands, it can dispel some of the deadliest natural toxins known to mankind. It even purifies the beasts we hunt. In fact, our diet consists of highly venomous creatures, ones that would normally kill a grown adult if ingested. The heart sting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life in lands where others dare not tread. Always has. I suppose that's why I never imagined someone like El Reet would take that away from us. When I left our village, food stores were well stocked, but can't bear the thought of my younger brothers and sisters going hungry. I must return the heart sting as soon as I can, for their sakes. I wish to bring back their smiles and make them feel safe again, just as we did for that young boy. In any case, thank you for listening. Thinking of home puts me in good spirits. As long as I remember who and what I'm here for, I'll be alright. I know it. but I've kept you long enough. I think it's time we made our way back to Limsa, don't you? We could. Honestly, I would really appreciate just kind of like the end of the quests being just like scattered all over Limsa. Because you get the or actually no, you don't anymore. Well, actually, maybe you do. Hold on. I don't think I've actually paid attention to if it's coming up below the main scenario quest bit or not. That was a much-needed reprieve, but we'll need a plan for our next destination soon. Well now, fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you two again. What brings you to Limsa? Oh, nothing of import, really. Just a bit of restocking before our next job, but we happened to spot you along the way. Didn't want to miss the opportunity to greet our heroes. Our client arrived to swift perch in one piece, thanks to your timely assistance. Indeed. While I regret that you had to see us in such a pitiable state, we're both grateful for your aid. Yeah, no problem. When last we met, you spoke of pursuing those two charlatans, did you not? Yes, that's right. I've stolen a precious heirloom from my village, so I'm doing everything in my power to return it to its rightful place. So that's the way of it. Bombastic as those two were, we've not seen hide nor hair of them in Aleport since. No word of any incidents like ours, either. But I have a feeling they won't stay in the shadows for long. If we sniff out any suspicious incidents, while we're out and about, we'll keep you informed. I won't say no to some extra pair of eyes around the island. I've made my base of operations here in the city, so if you hear even a peep about a poisoning, you know where to find us. Actually, that's a good point. People know where to find us if we're standing in the same place, so, yeah. Because this isn't really a journey. This is like, okay, we make base in Limsa, and then we, you know, spread out and kind of search around. Not, journeying all over the place, specifically. Well, we may not have found any leads on Elrite, but I'm glad we had a chance to chat. And with Weiselm and Zerrig on our side, things are looking up. For now, I'll keep in touch with our newfound allies. Should I hear any news on our culprits, I'll be sure to let you know. Yippee! This is good so far. I'm liking this one. Yeah, no, it's not coming up in the top left. There must be only job quests, which is a bit rough, but... Taste of a Toxin Paradise. Lashkana nearly jumps for joy at the sight of you. Aldine, am I glad to see you? I've just received word from Weiselm and Zerrig. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems that thieves headed for Upper Lenosia. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Weiselm and Zerrig said I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to Aleport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. Should probably take a quick break in a sec. Stuff in the air. Oh, I thought there was rain for a second. I was going to be confused. Oh, it's, word escapes me. I don't think it's snow. It's something else. It's just, like, high winds or something. No sign of Weiselm or Zerrig yet. Don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. Miss Lashkana, terribly sorry for the delay. Oh. Hey. Weiselm, Zerrig. Oh, thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found Elrite and Kokonoa, yes? Oh, we found them all right, but it didn't take long for them to find us. We were set upon by Kokonoa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you. So a retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it might sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Cape Bronze Lake. And mark my words, they're plotting something new. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to east on the Nosha and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead, but a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Wysalm and I will be able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. Well, you needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave now. Wysalm and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for us both when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends, but I beg you not to underestimate that of our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. You got it. Camp Bronze Lake. Ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before El Reed and Kokonoa elude us again. Oh. Hasn't been a lot of gameplay in these quests, which, like, you know, I don't really care. You tell me a good story, and I'll sit around and actually, I'll sit around and enjoy it. But I can definitely see some criticisms like, oh, why aren't we doing more things? And I don't, like, to be fair, I feel like that last job quest would have actually really benefited from, like, showing the dangers of the totem, like, firsthand, before we actually did the final fight, but budget's gonna budget. Or budget and time are gonna budget in time. Oh, this seems more cinematic. Like, literally a talking scene if we were in the MSQ. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with the heart sting and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? Oh. Is it just me, or are there pigs in... It hurts to laugh. Oh, God. Oh, dear. That doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Aldine, quickly. Something in the water? Poison in the springs? You truly are the lowest of the low. Oh, you flatter me. It was just a little poison, really. As a treat. Man, they knew what they were doing when they were doing the translation on this one. Or localization. I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here, but we're having oh so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs, Aldine, now. Protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple, lest you find yourself seeing stars, or... El Reed? Is aught amiss? Oh, she's standing in the fucking springs, you fool! Kokono, you look absolutely hideous. Or should I say adorable? Why, you're as bony as a porcelain doll. You're standing in the fucking water. What the hells are you on about? Oh, very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Oh, now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. You are your own worst enemy, do you know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the springs for fun. Unbound scum. You think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Elrite? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Retreat though we must, I would call today a rousing success. But worry not. My dearest bushel of busybodies, we've plenty more tricks in store for you and the entire island. Hey Charles, Hildebrand is happening right before our eyes. Appreciate the lurk. Charles, I'm convinced someone let the Hildebrand riders write the role quests. I love an evil woman who is also really dumb. Yep, it's good. Also, hi Val. How's everyone doing? Phew. Don't sense any toxins in the water anymore, so the spring should be safe again. You could do that through touch? How the fuck do you manage that? What will happen to the toxins from here? Will the toxins affect the local wildlife? Seeing as Elrite suffered from a taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heartsting's power. Such, any poisons she produces from it would be relatively weak. Yeah, you can actually watch this one. Most of her handiwork is already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate. Thank goodness they do. More capable hands, however, the Heartsting's poison remains active unless dispelled with Asuna or another form of antidote. Same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities for our food. Not as much on my mind, but I think we've bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp, then talk about our next steps. I'm gonna have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Yep. 'Tis my job. I am the Asuna bot. I'm glad they're putting in more healer quests, though, where you cannot progress unless you hit the Asuna button. It's like you press the button. You should know you need to press the button now. Hurting helper. Everything hurts. Someone please end this nightmare. I got you, ma'am. Oh, apparently not. Let me try that again. There we go. Oh, we're gonna do a talkie for everyone? Oh, much appreciated, sir. Wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming around the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive. I never expected those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put the turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. But I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. Hell yeah. Laugh weary Lalafell. My lungs hurt, please. Please, make it stop. I can't breathe. Oh my god, why does it untarget? Fucker. Please. Oh, thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at a place meant for healing, but at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very, very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Anyway, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the Navigator keep you. Actually, did he have braids? I actually didn't, like, take too much mind about his hair, but looked like it might have been. Befuddled bather. What comical costumes you all wear. What humorous dances you dance. It's all too much to bear. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen the isolated... What? Hello? Whoa, what? Huh? That's weird. Why isn't it letting me do the cutscene? Hold on. Let me port out and back and see if that fixes it. I don't know what would be Okay, yeah, so I zoned in correctly. Cool, so it's not a connection issue. Bronze Lake. I mean, I've had my Chocobo out the whole time, and it worked for the other two, so it can't be that. Are we okay now? Okay, so I zoned out and zoned back in. Hold on, really quickly. FF14. Befuddled Bather. Being the healer one would taste unable to with no other explanation. I restarted my game, stood closer or further from the NPC, freed up inventory space, although I shouldn't, and nothing seems to fix it. From the patch notes, an issue when undertaking the healer role quest, Taste of Toxin Paradise, wherein using Asuna on the NPC, wherein using Asuna on the NPC Laughweary Lalafell before the NPC Befuddled Bather prevents the subsequent cutscene from triggering, thereby preventing players from progressing through the quests. In the event you encounter this issue, please log out of the game and log back in and ensure you use Asuna on the NPC Befuddled Bather before using it on NPC. Ugh. Yeah, so I have to abandon the quest. Wow, that's... Wow, that's such a specific problem. That's crazy. Like, it's not, It's not, like... Yeah, that's really weird. That's the kind of thing where, like, someone, like, accidentally made it so that the quest triggers were dependent on one another in a sequence, and whereas, realistically, they shouldn't have been. God, I wonder what could be causing that. It's like, the quest... It's almost like the quest was programmed to be done in a specific order, but then the quest technically lets you do it in any order, so doing it in the order that wasn't intended breaks the quest. It isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's so weird how specific it is. Yeah, I mean, I've seen crazier. For a little peek behind the curtain, I've been doing a lot of work recently with secure internet connections and, like, certificates. And boy howdy, let me tell you, I legit think I ran into a, like, Microsoft Core C# bug, where if you tried to create a certificate a certain way, it doesn't work correctly. But if you then redundantly export it to the same format it was already in, it fixes it. But it was already in the format, and it's basically just like, okay, take certificate A and create certificate A again. From certificate A. But creating it from certificate A rather than whole cloth actually works. It's so weird. Most programs and a lot of shit are, like, held together with duct tape and glue. Thankfully, like, cryptography and security tends to be one of the far more reliable things, because people have basically figured out ways to do it where, you can't, like, it's not possible to screw it up because of the process involved, but, like, still. I managed to run into a bug even with something like that, so, yeah. It's one of those things as a programmer, I'm like, oh, that sucks. Someone implied a sequence of events, and because you triggered them in the wrong order, the Befuddled Bather is expecting to be, triggered before the others, and because one of them has been triggered, then, or because one of the flags for the quest have been triggered, it causes the quest to error out, because that shouldn't be correct. Like, I should be seeing the progress of the quest as this, whereas... Wait a minute. This person was not here before, right? Okay, sorry, I'm really curious. I'm gonna trigger the bug again. I want to see if that NPC just isn't there. Because that might be the problem. The cutscene might be trying to look for an NPC that's not there. And because you triggered this first, that NPC isn't there? Oh my god, that is it! Oh, that's crazy! So... Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So here's what's happening, okay? So, part of the quest is to move NPCs out of interactability, right? So, you know, the Lalafell we just spoke to, no longer in the scene. Cleaned up, right? Cool. So, that trigger is actually cleaning up more NPCs than it should. So when you go to this woman, there's a missing NPC. The cutscene tries to load, and it tries to get that NPC, but a previous step already cleaned out that that NPC from the scene, so it can't find it, so it can't do the cutscene. Because otherwise, there would be a mysterious person talking that is invisible. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Software engineer brain, I can't turn it off. When I run into shit like that, I'm like, ooh, I wanna know how this actually broke, and hey, I actually figured it out, I think. And we can definitely check that, because... Well, we can confirm that, because I'll bet you anything, if we go to complete the quest now, and we Asuna her first, I bet that woman is going to be in the cutscene. Alright. That's fun. I love running into this shit. This stuff gives me life, because, like, this is the kind of thing where, like, I run into, and, like, and I just kind of, like, naturally come to a conclusion of, like, oh, yeah, it's probably because of this, and I'll go back and, you know, go back and forth and see how it plays out and be like, oh, I see what's happening here. Like, sometimes, especially in the last few months, I've questioned a little bit of my abilities as a programmer, because I've run in... Like, and admittedly, it was because I ran into a bug. So, like, that's not my fault. It's a bug with something that should be incredibly reliable at this point. But it still makes me go, Jesus Christ, I spent so much time on that. Surely there was a better way for me to get through that whole thing. But, then stuff like this, where, like, my intuition on that stuff, it tends to be strong enough that I just come to the conclusion, or come to what I assume is the correct conclusion. I think it's very endearing to listen to someone just get really into something like this. Yeah, I can see that. Nerd out about programming and fucking debugging and shit. Alright. Because I'm expecting this woman to be in the cutscene, since, like, she's just right there. Yeah? So, if we Asuna... Yeah. Yeah, literally. She's in the cutscene, so... The cutscene tries to load the NPC to change her position and start controlling her like it's a cutscene. But because the Lalafell interaction clears out that NPC, this cutscene can't load the NPC correctly. That's crazy. I mean, I guess, like, you could make it a bit more redundant where, like... Or you could make it a bit more fault-tolerant where you... if you can't find the NPC, then you just load it. But it's possible that, like, cutscenes aren't engineered in such a way that they can just load NPCs that aren't there. Like, they have to be in the quest state somewhere for them to be loaded, and so it's not possible to actually load it. That would probably make a bit more sense, too, because, like, you don't want the cutscene to have access... Well, you don't want the cutscene, like, tech to be able to just load any NPC at once, because that's probably going to take up more... Oh, like, it should be loaded by something like a quest, so it's loaded once, and not, you know, you can load it into the quest state once, and you have that NPC to load, so that cutscenes can pull it out without going into, like, you know, the files and actually searching for it again. But because they rely on it being in the quest state, when something ends up clearing out something it shouldn't have, then the cutscene can't load correctly. Like, yeah. There's definitely a possibility it's specifically engineered that way to save on, like, cutscene loading times, essentially. Anyway, we spent enough time bug finding. Time to get back to the quest. Oh, my costume compatriots, they've gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter is the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. Oh, that sucks too. This woman doesn't even say anything. It's like, it's a problem with... Oh, no, that's probably... Oh my god! No! She doesn't get cleared by the correct... Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here's what happened, right? They clear out this NPC, via a quest trigger, right? So, you know, once this cutscene is over, remove that NPC from the scene. You know, she's run off, so she shouldn't be here. But they attached her disappearing to the wrong quest trigger. That's what happened. Because it'd be one thing if this was mistakenly clearing NPCs that it shouldn't. But it actually looks like there was a trigger for this NPC to disappear, and it's just the wrong quest step. Fuck, that's so interesting. The other reason I like stuff I really like focus in on stuff like this is because it gives you some insight into how the game actually functions. Because I can reverse engineer a lot of possibilities as to why this is not working, and that can tell you how it actually works. For example, clearly there are quest triggers that clear NPCs out of the scene, and they clear them out in such a way that other cutscenes cannot access them again. So, you can infer a lot about how they actually construct a quest, how they construct cutscenes, and all that stuff, basically from it just falling apart in front of our eyes. Fascinating stuff. Alright. 07 in chat for that woman who's about to get obliterated from me interacting with this Lalafell. Yep. There she goes. Woman who didn't say a single word. That sucks so much. Like, it's not even an error because, like, oh yeah, that NPC is important, they give us dialogue or something like that, they need to be in the cutscenes. Like, no. That NPC, they chose to put an NPC around them. Well, the other thing that could have happened, honestly... Oh, yes, Storm Salute. The other thing that could have happened is that originally that NPC was meant to be talking to the Lalafell, and they actually moved her over without changing the quest trigger, and then they constructed the cutscene with her, but just didn't get rid of the actual trigger that cleared her from the Lalafell. Yeah, there could be a lot of reasons that actually happened, but, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. I'm doing the Asuna tour. Alright. We got past the bug quest. Yippee! Hi, I know I was a while. The reality was bugging out. I'm sorry, Lashkana. How goes the healing, Aldine? Yeah, it went fine eventually. Wonderful. Glad Asuna proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. As for El Reed and Kokonoa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment for a chat? Reality breaking down, had to heal it while hyperfixating about why. I mean, yeah. I'm well versed in the numbing and binding poisons we use on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about El Reet's toxins. Never seen anything like it. I had no idea it even existed among the Scorpion's gifts. El Reet may be inexperienced, but the fact that she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the Heartsting's cleansing properties. Judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments. Knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Kokonoa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man in Limsil Minsa who ate the poison apple? He claimed that Kokonoa took a bite and yet never suffered its ill effects. Must have some manner of immunity, but how? That is a good question. That reminds me of the attempt on the Sultana's life. Traditional Dunesfolk families often drink poison teas to build tolerance. Aldine, what are you talking about? What the fuck do you mean? I don't think that's true. I just imagine Aldine and Vevern on this, and Aldine, like, mutters that under his voice, and Vevern's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Didn't work for the Sultana, yeah. This reminds me of the attempt on the Sultana's life. That's quite the tale. So the real poison was switched for a sedative with similar properties. And as Dunesfolk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such things, which allowed her to awaken from her coma. What? Wait, whoa, hold on. Back up. That's not... What? Okay, first of all, what the fuck do you mean that Dunesfolk Lalafell just regularly drink poison? B... I don't think that's true? I don't remember that at all. Wait, no. Where is this retcon coming from? I don't know. I don't think that's true. I thought we had to get her an antidote. I thought that was the whole point, because... Oh man, we're going on an MSQ tangent. Okay, here we go. So, this is revealed when Rauban tracks down the maidservant to the Sultana, and they talk about the fact that they switched the poison. Like, Lolorito, we had to talk to the monetarist about it. Yeah, exactly, because Lolorito found out about the plan and had the poison switched, so it would just put her in a coma. And I'm pretty sure the outcome of that was, yeah, we've got something that can cure her, so we're all good. But, you know, I'm only going to do that if we all agree about, you know, the things that happen about that. And Lolorito gets kind of twists the situation to his thing. But I don't think the Sultana actually came out of that early. I did this not too long ago, that's how it goes. Yeah, okay. Is that just a mistake? Whoa, this is fucking wild. Because I can't tell if this is straight up wrong, a retcon, or if it's one of those things that's technically also true. Well, it might be an incorrect writer. It might also be. So this is my actual suspicion, right? Because I don't think I've ever seen something like this that's like this blatantly like on the surface incorrect in how things went. But it could be that it's true that the Sultana was cured with something, and that her tolerance as a Dunesfolk contributed to her waking up sooner. But A, the latter is not indicated too much in the MSQ, and B, they thought it would be cool to bring it up here because, you know, Kokonoa is a Dunesfolk Lalafell, so therefore connecting the two pieces. But they've chosen an event that I don't know if this is ever touched on in the game ever. Because, like... So Loshkana is correctly... is saying correctly that the poisons were switched. Okay, cool. So we're not implying that the reason... the Sultana survived is because she was resistant to poison. But it is implying that something to do with her waking up was likely a thing to do with Dunesfolk Lalafell having resistance to it. I don't think I have encountered a single indication that this was, like, a thing. Which is why I looked at it, I looked at that line and went, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And then the Warrior of Light evidently points out that Dunesfolk Lalafels actually do drink poison. And I'm just like, hold on, what? Oh. I didn't realize Kokonoa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why El Reet's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the Heartsting's power, yet the Dunesfolk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes. And, like, see, it's a shame because, like, this is an interesting point to touch on. That, like, yeah, like, because I'm pretty sure, like, consuming, like, bits of toxin, I don't want to... I feel like there is a culture that at least had a history of that, I'm pretty sure not doing it now, but I'd have to look it back up again. But it is an interesting thing here, where Loashkana's tribe's approach, or people's approach to poison is to eliminate it, whereas the Dunesfolk have seemingly gone, well, this is an inevitability, we should build a natural tolerance to it. Like, that is a good thing to bring up and an interesting point to raise in the context of this quest. But, my god. Implying that the events of that poisoning had something to do with Dunesfolk Lalafel's resistance to toxins is, like... has never been brought up before now, to my knowledge. It's a shame, because, like, that's an interesting story beat to hit, but it's far too distracting that they're implying something that happened in the MSQ that I don't think did. But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa Lominsa? Yeah, like, that, on the surface, that seems like a really, like, obvious just problem of, like, wow, don't these people know their own game? I would wager that it's more like someone is trying to attach points in time that make sense, but that were never touched upon. Like, I think it's a slightly different category of mistake, if that makes sense. Like, if that is true, like, it's possible, yeah, like I said, it's not impossible that that is actually true and that had an impact, but that just was never said. I don't believe that was ever demonstrated before now. And this is, like, the first time it's come up. That's so weird. Hang on. Dawn Trail, Healer, Roll, Quest, Dunes, Folk. Yeah, like, again, sorry, I don't want to dwell on this, but it's fascinating to me. Because, like, from a writing perspective, I think all of this is good, but then they've mentioned something that is so distractingly, on the surface, incorrect, that it has completely, like, jackknifed the entire momentum of the quest, where I'm just sitting here going, that's not what happened, right? almost certain that's not what happened. It's so weird. And, like, a mistake like this is so rare for them, to my knowledge at least, that, like, it leaves me sitting here going, surely that's not just someone didn't look, right? Like, that is a pretty big implication that is being set there. Hang on, what's the exact wording again? And as a Dunes folk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such things, which allowed her to awaken from her coma. Yeah, no. That's not what happened. Okay, no, that is distinctly not what happened. I gotta head to pick up my husband from work. Have a good stream, Gruffy. No worries, Val. I appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you did. Drive safe. Phew. I've been anxious to ascertain our thieves' whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was a welcome one, Aldine. What was not so welcome were Orit's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of mischief have only grown worse since I arrived in this city. We must take the Heartsting back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Wysolm and Zarig's efforts that led us to Elreet, so I'll have to thank them when I get the chance in the meantime. When I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report it to you as soon as I'm able. Hell yeah. And with that, I'm going to take a quick break, because we got way distracted, and I need to not look at a screen for a minute or two. So, when we come back, we'll finish off this questline. And I'm back. Hi, newest girl. Hey, have you done the healer role quests by any chance? Because we just ran into something fucking wild. Not yet. So, there's a bit of dialogue in this. Well, okay. First of all, a warning. The quest is bugged. There's a particular step where you go to Asuna multiple people. Do not Asuna the Lalafell before you Asuna the Mikote. If you do it in the wrong order, it breaks the quest and you have to abandon it and restart. I basically live debugged that quest. It's in the VOD, so, like, yeah, we spent a little bit of time going over it because I was fascinated at, like, why that was causing a problem. But yeah, so there was a bit of dialogue here that I want to reread for you. We're talking about, a duo, or two people. One of them was affected by a poison and the other wasn't. And so, we had a discussion with Loshkana here. Loshkana. Yeah. Kokonowa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man in Limsa who ate the poison apple? He claimed that Kokonowa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity, but how? And one of the there were two options. There was, this reminds me of the Sultana's poisoning, and Dunesfolk Lalafell ingest toxins to build a resistance. I thought that second line was bullshit. Apparently that is actually true. But that's not the important bit. Listen to this. That's quite the tale. So the real poison was switched for a sedative with similar properties, and as a Dunesfolk, she regularly ingested small amounts of toxins to build a resistance against such things, which allowed her to awaken from her coma. I just discussed this with Val. If you can see a little bit of chat, like, you might be able to see it. But, like, that's not why the Sultana woke up. She was cured. Because Lolorito had a cure. She didn't just randomly wake up. I'm pretty sure she woke up intentionally. And, like, I can't tell if that's a, I can't tell if that's a mistake, if that's a retcon, or if that's technically true but was never actually expanded upon. There was a cure, yeah, exactly. But the dialogue here seems to suggest that the Warrior of Light was saying that she woke up because she was more resistant to the poison. Which is not true. So yeah, that, like, I will say, like, you know, mistakes are gonna happen, and this is a pretty egregious one. I'm surprised this is, like, the first thing I have conclusively come across that is, like, no, that's a mistake. That surely is a mistake. That didn't happen that way. Yeah, so, healer quests are a good time. Anyway, we've got 2 more quests to do. Lashkana is carefully planning her next move. Aldine, glad you're here. We're on the cusp of a breakthrough in our search, or I'd like to think so. So won't come as a surprise, but Elrite and Kokonowa went back into hiding after the Bronze Lake incident. Although they're grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for long. So, for so long, but I doubt they'll keep it that way. I don't know how I feel about the role quest this time around. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me do the caster ones. Tank one was pretty blare. Yeah, the caster one I feel like had a major issue with its, with selling the stakes. And I genuinely think there was a decision made in how they constructed a scene that just completely undermines the actual tone it's going for. The healer one here has actually been great up until this point. You know, just that it either tries to retcon or makes a mistake about the sequence of events of the MSQ, which is, like, arguably a far more egregious error, but at least doesn't kill the tone the way I think it does in the caster quests. From what I hear, the melee one is supposed to be good. And I haven't gotten there yet, but will eventually. Melee one has been better so far. That's good to know. Fortunately, we have prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vilbrin, but they don't appear to be retracing their steps. Your Costa del Sol attracts many visitors, so that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named Gege Ruju. Perhaps we can ask if he's spied anything out of the ordinary. On the 94 quest. I fucking love Dragoon this expansion, man. I'm playing so much Goon. I've been hearing good things about it. I follow a couple of people on 14 Twitter, and one of them was, like, really critical of the way Endwalker Dragoon played, and, like, she basically had the same kind of conclusion I had, which felt a bit validating, where I was like, yeah, there's way too many fucking OGCDs in the burst window, it's so cluttered, and they basically said the same thing. But it sounds like but they made a good point where it's more the animation locking stuff, and they got rid of a lot of that, so. Yeah, you can't say that anymore. No. I refuse to let Goon go. Listen, especially as an Australian, I feel personal stakes in this, because Goon is cheap wine, or a Goon, a person who is a mob boss's minion. The fact that that word has been essentially used for other purposes, and, like, has taken over as, like, the predominant meaning, kind of annoys me. Kind of annoys me as an Australian in particular. Can't even be a thug or a brute of a hockey player anymore. So much shaking my head, or so much hate my head. Yeah, no, real. Can't say I'm taking a sip from a goon sack anymore, because what the fuck does that mean with the new with the new definition? Like, what does that mean? What are you talking about, Australian man? Yeah, you smack your bag of goon. You smack your bag of goon on fucking on the hills hoist, and then you spin it around, and you know, goon of fortune. me showing up to Gen Alpha and fucking making them feel disgusted by talking about goon of fortune. What picturesque scenery. I hadn't expected Costa del Sol to be so grand. You know, a little foggy today, but from what I gather, Gagaruju should be just up ahead. I suppose you're really already acquainted with him. For better or for worse, yes. That's not very encouraging. But as long as you're on good terms, I'm sure we'll be fine. Kids are gonna see that hockey movie from the 90s and tremble. Yeah, real. In any case, let's be on our way. Oh, goody. The mischief music. Well, well, it isn't our favorite intrepid adventurer. Oh, business brings you to my abode. We're looking for mischief makers. Why, yes, I did spy that lovely specimen over here. Alas, I was so entranced by her feminine wiles that I cannot recall any such entourage of Lalafella men or mammoths. I hate this man. Would that I never drank that wine she so gracefully gifted me. A single sip and I saw, oh, so many stars. I thought them wonderful in those, first blissful moments. Oh, he got poisoned, holy shit. What did he mean by this? I partook of the drink amongst my retinue of kittens, yet as the rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces instead. At first I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I had anticipated, but time passed and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in terror, in terror. I can't have anyone thinking I'm gay. I swear I'm not gay. In the midst of the mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-wielding beauty, maniacally laughing in the distance with some other chap. I feared these cackles would be the last thing I ever heard. What? Dude, you weren't dying. You... Oh. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap some sense back into him. Huh? Oh, hey! Wisegate. Or Vicegate. Yeah? Vicegate? Hang on. Blue. Oh. Wilson and... Oh, it may be Wastegate. My bad. Judging by the way Master Gigeruju was darting around at the time, I suspected he'd been in his cups. Drank the whole bloody bottle, too. So if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, that woman was immaculate. A sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. So true, King. We may lack the drink in question. We received reports of mammoths roaming Raincatcher Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favor. Hell yeah. Any news of wayward... Oh my god, I lost it. Any news of wayward mammoths is promising for us. We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. And our next destination is clear. Before we depart, Aldine, might I have a word? Hey, what the fuck is up with this guy? Based on Gegeruju's account, it's safe to say that Elreit's discovered a new poison. While similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used at Bronze Lake, it strikes terror into the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gaining proficiency with the heart sting at an alarming rate, so we must tread carefully when next we cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Kokonoha doesn't seem the type to send them wandering around aimlessly. That's why I think they've bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down in Raincatcher Gully, we may be able to discern what those two are planning next. Yeah, maybe I misinterpreted what the poison was doing. I thought he got so drunk that he mistook the two Rose and the Hyur for Mikote, but I think it's the other way around. Like, he had the drink and then he was poisoned, which was making him see things, specifically to kind of scare him. And, unfortunately, yeah. Man terminally scared of being appearing as gay. Color me surprised. Dying. Oh. Deliver the river survey notes. Oh, that's what it was. I was wondering what was twirling in the air. I don't think I've ever noticed this kind of thing around here. Either that or it's been, like, so long that I don't remember, but... Oh, you found some. Phew. I think we cleared out the mammoths. How fared your hunt? A comprehensive report detailing Vilbrun's every waterway. Of course. Jesus. Yeah, you know, let's poison the entire island's water supply as a treat. Keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that they've tested their poisons on Bronze Lake Springs, do they mean to take the rivers next? I would bet so. FF6 reference? Mammoths? Oh, shit. Aldine, watch out! My! That dart was laced with a potent numbing toxin. Nothing bruises our favorite fairy apple, it seems. Ah, you never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measure. Newest girl, I'm putting down money on this. There's gonna be toxic Yuri of these two at some point in FF fandom. There's no way this doesn't happen. Like Ojo-sama energy evil woman and earnest strong woman trying that despises her. Yeah, I can see that. Say no more. I'm on board. I knew you would. She's like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna after all. I have a request for you, my dears. Would you please give me your little trinket? Pretty please? Oh, I do want them to kiss, yeah. I wish only to revel in the fruits of my delivery, yet you continue to spoil my every attempt. And trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Indeed. Do you think we enjoy watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Good. Enough. If you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heart sting. Scorpion's gifts weren't meant for a petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine then. No more Miss Nice Elreet. But answer me this. Who had my antics killed, Who? No one, I remind you. So why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Ma'am? I only caused major distress in everyone we came into contact with. That's not a crime, is it? What, you gonna arrest me for mischief now? Like, fuck. Ugh. Ugh. She's flirting. Ah, yeah, there it is. 15 seconds of these two talking and you're already on board. Yeah, good, good, good. Our blighted society has never looked fondly upon my love for mischief. For years I despaired until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gifts of all, love and understanding. So as long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into the chaos I so desperately crave, and I will stop at nothing to see it realized. I don't think the anti-aliasing is working too well there. Damn! That's a good arm. Also, I don't know if you would agree, newest girl, based on the the role quests you've had so far, but this one and the last one definitely give me a feel like someone on the Hildebrand team was concocting, was part of writing all this stuff. She called her dear. Yeah, she sure did. Sorry to worry you out. Sorry to worry you, Aldine. I'm feeling much better now. This feels like Super Sentai. Yeah, it does. It does. Without the costume changes. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough. I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. That aside, I wish they didn't use such putrid smoke to make their exits. I don't know if my nose or my stomach can take much more of those awful bombs. With Elrite and Kokonoa gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa del Sol and inform them of the latest. Hold on. Oh, yeah. The bombs they've been throwing are basically stink bombs, and someone described it as a corpse having shit itself, so, pretty putrid smell to be just lobbing around willy-nilly. God, the fog looks so much better in this game now. It looks like it has a lot more atmospheric depth as opposed to just being foggy soup. I talk to you. Are you talking about the quest here? Oh, yeah, no, he does have updated dialogue. I intend to keep a sharp eye on Master Gegaruju in the coming days, lest he accept any more dubious gifts. You have my thanks for pursuing those criminals. The faster we end their schemes, the better. Shall we report to Gegaruju? Yeah, I guess, if we must. Fog looks so good in Kazamauka. Yeah, I saw it in Sharlayan, actually. Like a couple of weeks ago. And like the fact it's actually like foggy in the low parts and not in the high parts. Oh, mwah, mwah, mwah. So good. Back already. How fortuitous. Or ominous. Or both even. I take it you found those wayward mammoths. They cooked. Yeah, they certainly did. Surveying Vilbrun's waterways, are they? After the recent poisoning in Cape Bronze Lake, we have reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Vilbrun's rivers their next target. So the culprits are one and the same, then. I had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warwine Springs. Regardless, this bodes ill. We may not know which of these rivers they'll strike until it's too late. Oh, losing the accent. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings. It would be prudent to inform the maelstrom of these potential horrors. Agreed. One who poisoned you, her name is Elrite. She stole something precious from my village, and I must recover it, no matter the cost. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear of it as well. Hell's bent on finding her, eh? Brave one you are. Oh, I couldn't possibly deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. Worry not, for my servants shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Elrite's newest misdeeds. Thank you. That'd be much appreciated. Yeah, I remember what you said in the fucking Dancer quest, you little shit. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Elrite and Kokonoa elude us any further. Come, Aldine. It's back to Limsa Laminsa with us. I can't wait for this 7.x roadmap live letter. Probably gonna get a date here in a week or two. Yeah. I would assume I would assume it would happen before September starts. Because released in July. That means... yeah, like end of October, early November. Well, actually, probably more like mid-November as a safe bet. Oh, we go back to Limsa. Would be the next patch, I assume. And we're on the last quest. Thank you as always for your support, Aldine. Gigaruju was interesting, to say the least. I'm glad we obtained the information we needed. Yeah, probably November for 7.1. Yeah. That makes sense. Don't know why I allowed Elrite to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. We could have apprehended her right then and there. Yet... nah. You were hurt. Like, toxins are one of those things where I feel like if your adrenaline and that is going, could probably hurt you even more. So it's probably honestly better that that's the case. Maybe the first stage of Cosmic Exploration 7.15. Ishgard started in 5.15. Oh, that'd be cool. No more room for mistakes. The longer Elrite lurks in the shadows, the greater the threat becomes. Countless lives are at risk. Next time we find her, we end her tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and await news from Costa del Sol. Yippee, yippee! An antidote for anarchy. Lashkana is anxiously awaiting word from Costa del Sol. One sec. Oh, hello there, Aldine. I've been on lookout for anyone from Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in case. Master Aldine, Mistress Lashkana. Oh, hi. Forgive me the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Gegeruju. Your quarry has been sighted in eastern Lenosha. Oh. Well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in eastern Lenosha were they last seen? Master Weisskates, but recently received a report from Mistress Brayflox, trusted associate of his. We're told a number of in-breakers with fighty tools and tinker dolls infiltrated her Longstop. Oh my god, they're gonna poison Brayflox's Longstop? Oh, hellfire upon you. Oh, if you break that goblin's heart, I'm going to destroy you. We have little doubt the inbreakers and tinker tools she speaks of are Elrite and her troop. I see. We best find this Brayflox, and soon. Indeed. You'll like to find her by the entrance to her Longstop in Raincatcher Gully. My master and his associates wish you good hunting. What, no one's going to assist us? She's trying to poison the entirety of Vilbrun's water. Uplander threatened Gobby home with deadly poison, yeah. We should get a first-hand account from Brayflox as well. Perhaps she'll have more to tell. Let's be off, Aldine. I guess that also kind of makes sense, because it is sort of like toward the center of the island, and the water would be coming from the center of the island to the outer edges, so... kind of makes sense they'd end up there, I guess. Oh yay, alpaca. We haven't had a Yol moment this stream. Yet. Thank goodness. No, that means you're just in time, newest girl. Because now it's gonna happen. Pshaw. Uplander Gobby friend returns to Longstop. No, don't put that on me. Well, I'm not gonna put that on you. That's our Jesus, baby. So this is Brave Flux. Told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies, she said. Gobbies. Yes, gobbies. Gobbies require hand-lending to backstrike at inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flock of Tinkerdolls to search for water gush. Water gush? Does Reet mean to poison the island's water source? Yeah, that was... If RNG pulls a Yol moment, I'd have rather the game called me a slur. Oh god. Whoa, that hatred for the Yol is powerful. Holy shit. Tell us how you really feel. This must be why they were researching the rivers. Toxins are strong enough. Anyone or anything that draws near the water would grow terribly ill. All of Vilbren would fall into disarray. Poison makes no good for Gobbyflock, no good for Vilbrand. Narrow heart's in need of many punishing. This goes far beyond trickery. We must end Elreet's ambitions here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly, and she has the heart sting at her disposal. But with your aid, Aldine, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the Longstop. Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it. Well, this is it. Ready to stop the Longstop, Aldine? Sure fucking am. You're pulling me down 30 item levels! Fuck you! Hey, dipshits. There they are. Oh, I knew bringing those bits and bobs for battle was a good idea. If you're after some manner of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over of magic heirlooms, you've come to the wrong Longstop, my dear. You monster. You plan to poison every waterway in Vilbren, don't you? But of course! The trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells, with a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced alchemical processes. Poof! This eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet. My masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates, and no amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe to the touch, but one tiny sip will have you begging for mercy. That's no jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experimental doses wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Hey, I think this has gone beyond a joke, ma'am. Oh, yes. The residents of Limsa and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water. So very many people blissfully unaware of what's to come. Every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. If she unleashes those toxins into the waterways, this is going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. Playtime's over, I'll read. Hang on a second. Where is it? Oh, god damn it. Okay, that's not automatically advancing. It's just gonna spin. Oh no! Wait. Oh no, did Onsta get rid of it? Shit. I think she did. God damn it. I was about to put in the point, but there was a more threatening version of that I used to have, but I think the emote got taken away. Oh, the emote got changed. Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with those poisons, yes? Perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I suspect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. Ciao. She a summoner? These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very ether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears... Unbound. Elreet Venomheart. Yeah, no, she's a fucking summoner. What? It's time I hunt you for a change. Which would make sense because, like, Summoner and Scholar's dots used to be diseases, so... Yes, ma'am. Also, yeah, I appreciate this is the battle music. It's so good. Alright, let's fucking do it. Can I... Yes, I can. Dear sweet fairy apple, I'm afraid you soured on me. Prepare to perish. 20. What the fuck? What is all of that? Little poison never killed any... Oh, wait, I lied. Oh, well. Ugh. Whoop. No, Loshkana. Hey, dipshit. Use Asuna. Use Asuna. Please use Asuna. Should probably be careful. I'm not paying attention to my mana. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, no. Stop! This tonic's are bound to take their toll if she's not careful. Yep. I'm hoping so. Physical abilities greatly enhanced. Spells cannot be interrupted by taking damage. MP is recovering continuously. Oh dear. Generating HP over time. Heightened excitement is causing actions to become erratic. Physical damage taken is reduced. Nope. I don't know if I can actually pull her over. Magic taken is reduced. Damage. Yep, damage. Okay. It's only just begun, my dears. I've plenty more where that came from. Oh, my head. Oh no. Too much deadly neurotoxin. Mammoths, to your positions. I don't feel so good. Yeah, good. Girl. Oh no, that was me. Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together, Elreet. I'll be fine. Just a few more drafts. Oh my god, girl, no. What are you doing? That's too much monster energy. What are you doing? Stop! No! What's going on here? Delusions. Oh, good. Yeah, I thought so. Oh dear. I'm sorry, the what? No, no, not me! Faulty little shites! What the hells are you doing? Initiating that self-destruct protocol, that's what? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a really cute way of doing that. Holy shit. Oh, girl, no. Yes, okay, she ran away. I was gonna say, don't stand in multiple of them. I'll handle the rest, Kokonoa. Be a good little goldsmith and sit this out. Mammoth Shiva circles, yeah. I hope there's an actual bit with the totem, like there was with the other one. Because otherwise this is looking like whatever. Oh. We should probably kill this thing. Just keep an eye on Elreet. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit, girl, you're... Oh, god damn it. Oh, try disaster spam, that's funny. This is a really cute test, actually. Like, it's not difficult, but yeah. Oh, rotten to the core. Why do you persist? Fucking rich coming from you, jackass. Damn it all. Oh. No! No, don't do it! Oh, yep. No, no, no! My tonics, they betrayed me! Let's retreat before it's too late. Oh, there we go. I was wondering if there was going to be more to it than that. That's, I will say, I'll always remember you, bestie. Enough, Elreet. We must escape while we still can. A smoke bomb, quickly. Fine. Have it your way. Wait! That's a goblin maid! Team Rocket blasting off again. Yep. No, no, no! You'll rule the day you made enemies of the Umber. Literally! Literally! Awesome. She's left quite the mess behind her. Nothing the Heartsting can't detoxify, though. Oh, god, I've lost the fucking accent again. She's left quite the mess behind... oh my god, no, I can't do it. Fuck. Nothing the Heartsting can't detoxify. There it is. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. That's really powerful, holy shit. There you are, Aldine. We came running over when we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you're none the worse for wear. Elreet and Kokonoa picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs. Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward. We made our rounds of the long stop as well. Enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. treasure is safe, I trust. Yes, thanks to Aldine's support. Very good. Those troublemakers survived the impending fall. They won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards, and the deepest gratitudes, of course. My accent's been all over the place tonight. Hell yeah. I enjoyed that one a lot. I enjoyed that more than the Caster Quest one, I think. Definitely. Like, potentially egregious lore mistake aside, which is like... I want to see an explanation for that. Like, what was actually happening there? I'm so confused. Heartsting is safe... yeah, but besides that, yeah. Good quest. Heartsting is safe again. Thank you for everything, Aldine. And thank you too, Brayflocks. We might not have found Elreet and Kokanoa without you. Pshh. Brayflocks happy gives hand-lending. Important for all good gobbies to offer hand-lending to fellow gobby friends. It's an honor to be counted among your gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get to the Heartsting safely... as eager as I am to get the Heartsting safely back to Tural, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's alright. Why Solomon Zerig deserved to know how everything transpired in the end. For one thing, shall we make our way to Aleport? And yet, this is a bit that was actually kind of surprisingly lacking in the last quest, where we actually went back and, you know, kind of thanked people on the way out. Whereas, because, like, a lot of that was happening off-screen, and there was a lot more of actually interacting with the people that, like, Loshkana is actually interacting with, as opposed to the last one. So it does make sense, and it is consistent there that we're saying goodbye to the people we did meet, because in the last one we didn't meet terribly many people. Certainly no recurring characters, but I'd argue that, like, it kind of left it a bit empty, because on one hand, it really painted the woman that was kind of the focus of those quests very competent, but it, like, but it didn't really do anything with that. It felt like it was more an excuse to not include things as opposed to actually adding character to her, if that makes sense. Well, that's my impression of it, anyway. Aldine, it's good to see you, Miss Loshkana, well. I'm relieved our troubles are over, but I've never been good at farewells. Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Elreet? It's over. Sent them flying, did you? Ah, now those are what I call good tidings. I think they confused a goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Ah, serves them right, I say. With Miss Loshkana's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. I, for one, am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs. I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on my worst enemy. By the by, Miss Loshkana, I knew you travelled far to get here, but I didn't realize you had hailed from Tural. That's quite a voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Velbrun is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me. And Heartsting, too, of course. Though our time here was short, you'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we might find our way to Tural as well. Oh, that would be wonderful. And when you do, I'll look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Hell yeah. Also, just, like, random adventurers showing up in this questline and actually being characterized, like, that... This is the kind of thing I like, just seeding some NPCs around the world that can end up turning up later on because, they'll become adventurers, or they'll become more important, or they're a specific line of question, or they're a very they have a very specific role that can help us out. Like, that kind of stuff is fun. It's kind of a shame there wasn't too much added on... Well, I guess we had the villain's father, and that was kind of more the focus rather than random people that were being affected, but... I also just... There's a bit in the caster one that feels very much heavy-handed, you know, we don't associate with criminals, despite the fact that the person being a shithead was the one that was being beset by... Well, the one that was challenged by bandits, and we're all like, now we have to arrest you bandits too. It's like, I don't know, it left such a weird taste in my mouth, whereas this just feels like, I have nothing bad to say about this. Or, the lore thing aside, I have no bad things to say about this questline. It handled it introduced and handled some good characters, or it introduced some good characters, it handled them well, it characterized them well, and it did it with not much time on screen. It's fucking great. And you? We had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. Imagine our surprise when we learned you were the savior of the realm itself. One of our Yellow Jackets acquaintances boasted about meeting the Warrior of Light while investigating the serial poisonings, and that's when it dawned on us. She sends her regards, by the way. We're malms to go before we reach your lofty heights, but God's willing, we'll try to rise to the challenge. Indeed, you've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. Hell yeah. I'll be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. It's time I returned to Tiliolol. It would mean the world to me if you'd come too, Aldine. I'd want to report our success to Nipine without you. Hori Boulder 3! Sooner or later, we'll be taking our adventures elsewhere. When we do, I hope we'll cross paths with you. You're an inspiration to healers the realm over, Aldine, together with Wysolm. Or Vysolm. Yeah, W-Y is the Vi, so it's, is the V sound, so it's Visolm. Vysolm? Vysolm. I hope to dedicate, what ability I have to aiding those around me, as you have helped us. Hell yeah. Oh, right, I can just return. Awesome. Sorry, get distracted. Let's finish this off and I can get distracted after stream. I fucking lost where I was going. Loshkana, and Aldine as well. Oh, right. As well. Your combined presence here can only mean one thing. Aldine and I brought the Heart Sting home. So you have, so you have. I regret that I could not assist you, but I'm relieved that all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Taking back the Heart Sting was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, a man called Kokonoa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison built up by years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the Scorpion's gift to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity of our own. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. We're to continue living among the deadly. Perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Heart Sting. Now I understand that Scorpion's gift can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power can poison a single water source, threatening countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the Heartsting provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent questions all. Knowing what the Heartsting is capable of outside of our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I'm certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon your return. Well, our return, rather. As you can see, our community has much to consider if we're to keep thriving. But for the moment, I'm simply glad the Heartsting is back in Taral. And I can't thank you enough for your help. Whoop, no, don't add a scene, OBS, god damn it. Till I met you, I had never hunted alongside a healer, but knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a heartening presence, one I'm gonna dearly miss. You have my gratitude and my trust, Aldine, now and forever. Same to you. As much as I'd like to, I won't keep you any longer. Nipane and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best, and I hope... No, I know. We'll meet again someday. Oh yeah, I'm sure the conclusion of this whole thing is probably gonna have an All the Warriors moment. Or maybe that's where we do the true Super Sentai ending. Yeah. Could have spawned that a little bit earlier, but... Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, I would hope so, at least. Heartsting's a heavy burden. Hell yeah. And that is another role quest under our belt. No, Aldi. Fucking face forward, asshole. Please look forward to it. Exactly. Yeah, that was great. Nothing like extraordinary, just like solid through and through. Obviously it's fucking weird bit about the really weird bit about the whole Sultana thing. I don't know why it suggested what it did. Like, I honestly don't know if that's straight up a mistake. Something that can, back-to-back expansions with lame tank role quests. What was the tank quest in Endwalker? Fizz range was Limsa. Hilo was Alamigo. Magic was Carney Senna. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I will say, I think they do need to try and expand the storytelling around Gridania, but the problem is that they always bring it back to the fucking elements, and it always comes back that, no, we can't really help it, we just have to work around it, the elements can't be argued with, or any of that shit. It's just incredibly lazy shit. Well, no, sorry, I shouldn't say it's incredibly lazy shit. It's a sticking point in the lore that they can't easily untangle, and they're not going to do it in one quest, granted, and I don't think it should be done just in one quest, right? If it can build off of these things that have happened to ultimately go, okay, this isn't working, we need to renegotiate things with the elements, and we need to reconsider how how our way of life actually works, I'd be super interested in that, because there's definitely a lot of, like, things to examine in Gridanian culture, especially the Archer class quest side of things. If you know, you know. Yeah. It's kind of... What was... Yeah, I'll see how I feel about the tank ones. We need a Gridania equivalent of the 5.4 MSQ. Yeah, really. Yeah, like, the thing with the elements and that in Gridania has to come to a head eventually, but that's for in the future, and until then, I don't care about Gridanian storytelling until they fucking try and find a way to kind of make that more interesting. But yeah, keeping it to this, yeah, like, honestly, impressive little show with, like, introducing just some random people we met throughout our journeys, that, you know, now have names, had personalities from the get-go, and are just now in the world. Like, it's the kind of thing I really like with 14, where they end up setting down pieces in a lot of places, and then they'll just, when the time calls for it, they will often pull characters that already exist that kind of fit what they need, rather than creating characters all the time. And I hope those two show up more, honestly. Because, like, they're just around Eorzea now. Like, this questline has just created 2 adventurers that can appear anywhere else, and we would have a history with them. And we'd be like, oh, hey, it's you. Like, the equivalent of, the 2 people that were part of the Scions, who showed up outside Sestasha the very first time you go there. Like, on that level. Like, oh, hey, it's you! And they don't even have to become plot relevant. Like, if they just end up somewhere in the world, and, well, you know, like, or used in a relevant way. Like, that's the shit I really love that this game does. It doesn't just create new characters all the time for no reason. It creates them because they don't have any characters that would fit for the thing. And if they do have characters that do fit, they just use them. So, anytime I see a character that's just, like, well-characterized, well-written, and it's just off somewhere, nice surprise for later. Like, Gosetsu's still wandering around somewhere, and, you know, some people have seen him recently compared to others, but, you know, yeah, it's good shit. And this is the kind of reaction I, like, that tells you a lot about how much I enjoyed this, because I'm already like, oh man, I hope we get to see those characters in the future, which is almost universally a good sign of good quests in this game. So yeah. And we are right on the buzzer for when I needed to finish up stream. Yeah, so, Ace Attorney tomorrow. I think we're doing more Savage Prog on tomorrow night as well, so 2 streams tomorrow. And then, yeah, we're doing more Savage on Tuesday. Outside of that, I've been having a lot of fun with Path of Exile. I'm probably going to keep doing that. It's probably going to be a bit of downtime, which aligns well because the last few weeks have been really stressful, and I've just needed a chill time. Not only that, but, like, my eyes have also been playing up. I'm going to see a doctor this afternoon to make sure, like, you know, we haven't missed anything, because there's a complication. There's a bit of a complication that I'm pretty sure is just like, oh yeah, I slept rough on, like, oh, I poked myself in the eye or something like that in my sleep, but I want to get it checked out. But it's one of the reasons I also haven't been streaming, because I want to keep myself to, like, 25 minutes, get up and have a break, 25 minutes, get up and have a break, and it's not really conducive to streaming. And especially after work, which is like 8 hours in front of the screen. Not unbroken, I'm still breaking it up, but there's enough time before then that I can't really justify doing stuff like I'm doing now after that. So, the weekday streams might be a bit less often, honestly, outside of raiding. But yeah, like, I've got to be really careful. I don't want to ruin my eyes. You know, nothing's wrong with my sight or anything. So far as I know, the only problems have just been cosmetic and a little bit of, like, irritation. So, should be fine, but I don't want to risk it, so that's why it's been quiet around here recently. But yeah, still gonna be streaming. But yeah, perhaps not much during the week, which again is a shame, because now I'm in the Elden Ring hole again of, uh-oh, I'm not playing this on stream much anymore, but did I arrive at the end? You sure did, Ryuzaki. You sure did. I'm wrapping up early because, yeah, I've got a pretty busy day, and I've got to go and have a shower before I start heading out and doing errands. Yeah, I guess good news. The healer questline I think is really good. I didn't particularly enjoy the caster one, but I really like this one, so thumbs up from me. But yeah, so tomorrow we've got Ace Attorney. We've also got Savage Raids. I'll throw this out. I finished the Savage tier. Hell yeah, good job. We're still on M1 because we've had exactly one night of prog. But yeah, Ace Attorney tomorrow, Savage Sunday night and Tuesday night, so tomorrow and a couple of days after that. And yeah, again, just based on the advice I get from my doctor, I might not be doing too many afternoon streams. Either that, or I'm gonna find a way to... Yeah, you also made it back at the very end, Val. Good job. Good job, both of you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Path of Exile is not a bad afternoon stream because I can break it up into sections a bit more and just have more frequent breaks. You know what? I might try that. I might try that. So, like, sometime during this week, I'm gonna do a stream where I actually set myself to, like, the 25-minute, half-an-hour breaks and see how that feels for streaming. Path of Exile is probably gonna be easy to break up in that way, but, it wouldn't work as much for other things, so I want to feel that out, I think. And, yeah, if that's just the reality of how I need to stream now, then it is what it is. I need to figure out ways to kind of do it. Yeah, so those are the plans. And then next weekend... How long did this take? This took about 3 hours with me yapping a lot. Do I want to try and do 2 role quests next weekend? And just smash these out. Do I want to do that? Maybe I'll think about it. I did have another game in mind that I do want to stream on the weekend. But yeah, we'll see how I feel. It'll be a 50-50. It'll be either 14 and we'll try and do a big chunk of job quests. Or role quests rather. I still got Viper to do as well. Oh my god. Yeah, and then more Ace Attorney next weekend as well. So, yeah. Well, potentially. Got to consult with Mina, obviously. But, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Double check. I don't think anyone was streaming before. No. Luca EP today, so I don't think she ended up streaming. Oh, hold on. What's Moon doing? Wait a sec. Oh, right. She's having her debut. She's having a re-debut today. You know what? We're gonna raid Moon. I've been watching Moon a little bit over like the last kind of month or two. Moon is a very, very fun VTuber. She rigged her own model in that. But, like, she's been really chill. She enables a lot of her chat's chaos. There's a whole, like... Honestly, she's, like, one of the best body doubling streams I've been able to listen to in a while. Like, I watch, like, Holly, I watch Barry, there's a few other streamers I also kind of just lurk with. Moon is one of the ones that, like, I'm always almost dropping everything to go and watch her, because she's fucking chaotic. She is hilarious. And she's also very passionate about both, like, being a bigger woman and actually, like, presenting as a bigger woman and, like, you know, saying, hey, like, it's good to look like this, it's okay to look like this, actually. She's really passionate about a lot of shit like that, and it's, on top of her just being funny and chaotic, she's really great to hang out with. So, I'm gonna send you all over there. Please enjoy. She's great. I don't know what she's got planned for her debut, but yeah. But yeah, I've gone over my plans already, so we're just gonna leave the raid go. So, thank you very much for watching live on the VODs. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time.